Today's episode is brought to you by undies, the softest underwear you'll ever wear. We finally got them, guys. We finally got that MeUndies sponsor.
Finally, I get free underwear.
I'm letting you know, I've been a fan of MeUndies forever. We reached out to them. We were like, guys, we love you so much. Come to us. And so they have.
And they're like, listen, you're weird, but we'll do it. Thank God. Dude, I doubted it. Because everyone was like, dude, they're so soft. And I was like, I don't know. I'm just going to keep buying my normal underwear. Now I got them. Never going back.
So thank you to MeUndies for sponsoring this episode. Hello, everybody. It's time for Cox and Crendor.
This is Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Live. In 4-hour recording studio. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's the Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Greetings.
Salutations.
Hola.
Ola is what you went with? Ola?
I don't know. I couldn't think of anything.
You went to another language entirely.
Como estas?
Guten Tag. Look, we can do this all day.
I can't. I've already lost out on what to say next.
All right, sure. Oh, my goodness. Welcome back to another fun episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning. We have got a show for you today. He says, yeah, I don't know that I can promise that. I'm going to try.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make that promise. You know what I found out we need to do?
What?
Apparently SoundCloud, where we host this podcast,
Right.
it's like going under. Something's wrong.
What?
So over the next 50 days, I need to find a new location for the podcast. If anyone listening right now knows of a good hosting place, I guess in 50 days, SoundCloud's going under. So that sucks.
Interesting.
Yeah, which means we have to find a new host, then reset up the RSS feed to go to iTunes and all the other places it goes to. So God help us. This will be interesting.
Mamma mia. Well, I upload them all on YouTube, so that's one place. But that's like,
Yeah.
We need like an audio only.
Yeah, I mean, you can only look at a screen of our weird cartoon selves for so long. That's why the animations are 3 minutes long.
Yeah. It drives
If
you
you look
crazy.
at it too long, you'll go crazy. Yeah.
Like
you'll
us.
go nuts. Like us. What a weird week I've had. So I went to Evo.
Right.
And Vegas is Vegas. Vegas is always 12,000 degrees. It's always filled with...
Yeah, wasn't it like 120 degrees?
It was so hot. Vegas is so weird. Vegas is like, imagine if you took all the ugliest people in the world and then had them mingle with all the most beautiful people in the world. That's Vegas. Vegas is this weird mix of just like terrible trash people and then plastic human beings. That's like what it is. When you go to one of those recycling centers and they're separating trash from plastics, that's what Vegas is. It's that recycling center.
It's like Steve Johnson, CEO, entrepreneur extraordinaire. Like, yes, I've brought my 5 wives here to have a great time with me. And then there's Joey Johnson, who's like, I'm going to make it my big breaks right here. I've just been gambling for 42 years. It's coming.
I swear to God, it's exactly what it's like. It is too much. And every time I'm there, look, I'm going to say this as a man.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas has more fake boobs per capita than anywhere in the world. And here's the thing. I don't mind. In fact, I'm very okay with it. But it's just, there are so many. They're plentiful.
Well,
it's
what about LA?
Here's, you know what? LA is such a cultural mix that maybe if you lived in certain areas, yes, but generally no. Because LA is more than just Hollywood, right? It's huge.
That's true.
Vegas is Vegas. Mm-hmm. Vegas is, everything's fake about Vegas.
That's true.
It was mind-blowing. You see people that are laser sculpted or whatever, however they sculpt people now, into perfect proportions. And then you see other people who are just like, they rolled out of a pile of manure. And they're like, I'm going to gamble today. And the in-betweens are very rare. There are very few in-betweens.
Oh my God.
It is amazing. It's so funny. And for people wondering right now, I definitely include myself in the garbage people. When I go there, I feel like a garbage person compared to some. We went out to dinner one night, and the group sitting next to us was one guy who looked like his name was Chip Hardbody, and
Instagram model.
Yeah, with 3 women who all of them were of different ethnic backgrounds, and all of them looked the exact same. I don't know how to describe that. Like, they were all definitely from different parts of the world. One girl was clearly Indian. One girl was clearly Hispanic. One girl was clearly white. But, except for their face, the rest of their bodies looked the exact same.
He probably got him the same plastic surgeon.
It was incredible. We were just like looking at him like, get out of here. This is like when you see the surgeries they do for Korean pop stars.
Yeah.
And how they try to make them all look the same way, kind of.
It's cookie cutter.
Yes, but it was just with these girls' bodies. And then, because it's Vegas, the outfits they had on were just like boob pushed up to their chin and weird straps that go nowhere. Like shit that makes no sense, but it's Vegas, so whatever. And I just couldn't focus on the food in front of me because I was mesmerized by these women who just should not exist. Now, I'm not going to say that I have anything against them. Ladies, call me. But it was mesmerizing because it was like, this is that Barbie girl song. Mm-hmm. Life in Plastic is fantastic. That's what it was. It was like, what the hell is going on with you? So, yeah, besides that, there was a lot of, like, weird pseudo-celebrity sightings I had. So, the hotel I went to go stay at, Mandalay Bays were the, as I burp, Mandalay Bay. See, I'm a garbage person. Mandalay Bay burp. Garbage
like
person, that's me.
Table, you're just like, hey, ladies, can I have one of you tonight?
Hey, ladies.
It's just like, I've spent $4 billion here. I'm not going to just...
What do you mean?
I bet he goes to the same guys, like, give him the chip special, and he's like, aye, Captain.
You can spend $4 billion on me, baby. Anyway, so Mandalay Bay it's okay. It's like an okay casino. It's not the best one there. Mm-hmm. While I was there, the hotel I was going to stay at in Mandalay, they were like, no, sorry, we accidentally booked your room. So as a compensation, we're going to offer you a suite at the Delano. And I was like, the Delano? What's that? It sounds fancy.
Yeah.
Just another hotel in the exact same hotel that's connected to the hotel. I was like, oh, okay. So you go through the casino. So I'm carrying my luggage through the casino looking like an idiot. You go through the casino, and then there's a little tiny hallway, which leads to an even tinier hallway, which leads to like an all-organic fancy restaurant.
What?
Which leads to the hotel. And the hotel has like weird floating rock structures and a jazz singer at the lounge.
It's like Negrand.
I was like, what is this place? It was like Negrand. Much like the orcs of Negrand, there was a jazz singer. Orc. And so I check in, go up to the elevator, which is even in a smaller hallway. Mm-hmm. This place is so secluded, you would miss it if you weren't looking for it. And out of the elevator, I swear to God, comes Angelina Jolie. Now, you might say, Jesse, how do you know it was Angelina Jolie? One, it looked like her, but as we've established, everyone in Vegas kind of has that, like, I have fake boobs and a very thin look. But with her was a little Asian boy. I think she has an Asian boy son. Oh, yeah. Angelina and another kid. Jolie. And another kid. I was like, what? I think that's Angelina Jolie.
Oh, my God, I think it is.
I was mind blown. I was like, well, I'm staying at Angelina Jolie's hotel? No wonder this place is so secluded. She probably loves it. Mind you, probably was not her, but...
It's probably a wannabe.
Yeah. It was like, maybe it could have been, you know how in Hollywood they have the Spider-Man stuff? In Vegas, they have other celebrities. The Elvises, the Marilyn Monroes, and the Angelina Jolies.
Even the kids are actors.
Yeah, even the kids are actors. They gotta work.
It's like, how you doing there? He's just like, get out of my way.
Cigarette. I've had a rough day. Brought over here.
The slots.
Think she's Angelina Jolie. Every day I gotta tell her, Pearl, you ain't no Angelina Jolie. Yeah, that was it. Blew my mind. And then we went to a restaurant that I think you would have liked. Mm-hmm. Boiler Room RX, I think was the name.
Hold on, let me Google this.
And this is a restaurant I don't know if anyone follows my Instagram. I took a photo of one of the decorations with this weird metal octopus with a green glowing head. And the area we ate in was sort of like vampire themed. It was very weird. It looked like a vampire lord would eat there. And part of the restaurant was steampunk. It was crazy. But at the end of the day,
oh wow, that's cool.
It was all food that was crafted strangely. So one of the things was chicken pot pie nuggets.
What?
It was like chicken nugget shaped, but inside was chicken pot pie.
Oh yeah, I see them. They look like normal. They look like, what do you call them? They're like hush puppy balls almost.
Right, but inside is the gooey goodness of chicken pot pie.
Oh my god.
They had duck poutine on tater tots, which was amazing.
Shit.
I got like lettuce wraps and stuff. They had they had rabbit ragu. They had so many. And then at the end of the night, Kristen got a thing that was like 8 or 9 things of ice cream. Little tiny cups of ice cream.
Oh.
And you played a game where it was like you would taste it, and if you could guess all the flavors, you got it for free. And so they were sitting there like tasting this ice cream, trying to figure out what it was. She was very close. She only missed 2.
This is my type of restaurant. I want to go here.
They would keep coming out, and all the drinks were very different and weird. Someone got, instead of a Jack and Coke, it was like a smoked whiskey or something where it came in a skull, and the skull was smoking, and then he poured the liquor out of the smoky skull. It was great. It was an event. It was an event.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we loved it.
Yeah, I want to go. Oh, there's the skull. I see it.
Everything's there. You just got to go. You don't even need to go now. You've seen it on the website.
That's true. I can't see it. But this is the type
of thing. If anything, they failed.
This is the type of thing I'd go to. They got like the robot entrance with all the like pipes and shit.
Yeah, and on the outside, the area that has the name of the restaurant is where we sat, and it like overhangs a bunch of stuff so we could like see crazy stuff below us. It was great. It was great.
Oh my god.
We were the last people in there, so when we were like, let's take photos with stuff, they just let us do it. We were like, can you turn this light on and turn that light off? We're trying to get mood lighting. And they're like, sure.
Yeah, man, I leave in 5 minutes.
Here's the problem, though. Nothing ever felt like you were out late. We didn't go to dinner some nights until 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Vegas, and you're never outside. You never see the light of day.
Yeah, you just travel through tunnels, deep, dark gutters. And
the only people, again, trash people. My garbage people and I stick inside. The beautiful synthetic people are at the pools outside, and I walk by and appreciate, but I'll be inside with my trash people.
It's almost like Beverly Hills, where there's mansions and then homeless people.
LA is like beautiful home, ghetto, beautiful home, like underdeveloped neighborhood, beautiful home, strange pop-up shops, and then beautiful home.
Weird homeless like shopping cart mall.
Yeah,
like some
it's
homeless
very
guy
bizarre.
built a mall out of shopping carts under a bridge.
And I don't know why it is what it is, but I'd like to think, and this is without having any evidence,
mm-hmm.
I'd like to think it's the people who live in the underdeveloped communities are the people who are the cleaners and maids and like service workers of the people who live in the giant-ass mansions.
That's true.
And the giant-ass mansion people are like, we don't want you to live far away. You have to live close to us, so have a pittance. Right?
And then the employee of the month gets to sleep in the shed on the property.
I don't think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. Clearly, we have never been rich.
That's true.
Clearly, we've never had money.
One day, maybe.
We're taking a break now from the podcast because we want to talk to you about MeUndies. MeUndies are the softest, best, most comfortable underwear you'll ever put on your body. It's like a cloud for your junk.
It's like someone mined the softest material from the deep mines of the soft mountains.
The soft mountains, notorious for the softest of dwarves. They are not, all the dwarves you know, very hard. These guys are so nice, so kind.
So kind.
Apparently, MeUndies are made from some sort of
substantially sustainable
sourced micromodal fabric that's 3 times softer than cotton. I don't even know what that means, but I know I feel it when it's on my body. I have been a fan of MeUndies for years. You know this to be true.
I do.
All my underwear is MeUndies underwear. I love them. I wear them constantly. I only buy the craziest of colors. You can get your normal colors. You can get your blacks and your grays and then blue if you want to be a little wild. Or you can go down the path of Crazy Town because they have insane bright colors. They have fun names for them like Increase, Decrease, and You Dig, and the OG. I'm telling you.
Personally, I'm one of the crazies. I'd wear the crazy colors, obviously.
I wear crazy colors too. They're so good. They have limited edition releases every month. They work with some amazing designers. I remember the very first pair I ever bought was a bright neon pink pair that said "Love Me" on it, and I was so thrilled that I got them. And you can get your own too.
You can. Get 20% off your first pair plus free shipping at meundies.com/Crendor. Just me.
Crendor?
Yeah, me. Crendor.
Man.
And that's meundies.com/Crendor. Again, meundies.com/Crendor.
20% off your first pair, free shipping. Over 5 million pairs of underwears have been sold. They have other things too. If you don't want to, they got some sweet, sweet sweatpants. If you were down for that,
dude.
If you're not happy, that first pair's free.
Damn.
That is our guarantee to you. But you're gonna put those on your body. You're gonna be like, oh my god, they were not lying, because this is no lie.
Dude, I was ready to not be happy and have them be free, but I was happy, so they're not free.
Yep, absolutely. And now back to the show.
Back to the show. I mean, my life hasn't been as exciting. I went to Home Depot, and there's a man, an old man, but he looked like he used to be a woodworker, and now he's just kind of supervisor of the woodworkers. And
now, when you say woodworker, do you mean like when you say woodworker? I'm gonna avoid the obvious joke and go for. Do you think he was a shop teacher? Or do you think he whittled?
No.
Did he whittle his wood?
Maybe or he definitely still whittles.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
he's a whittler.
It's like if there's Jesus working on wood, but then he got really fat and gray hair. You know?
You know what? I don't know, but I can kind of imagine what you're thinking. Yeah. Yes.
So it's besides the point. He's in the checkout line behind me. All right. And he's just looking around, and then there's some trees with lights on them up in like a display area. And he looks up at him, and he's struggling to breathe. I don't know. He's just like, almost like he ran a mile, but I think he's just walking around Home Depot. And then he is like, trees up there, ugly as shit. I would buy it. And then he picked up a thing of candy and put it on the conveyor belt. And then he kept struggling to breathe. And then he was like, and then the guy next to him was like, yeah, I don't like it. And I was like, okay. And then he just kept struggling to breathe and looking around. And I thought he was like having a heart attack or something. But I think it was just how he was. And it made me really confused. But I was like, damn. So I was just like, I got to remember Home Depot tree guy.
I don't. I have so many questions. Okay.
Right.
This guy.
Mm-hmm.
He works there, yes?
No.
What?
No, he's just checking out behind me.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood. So this guy I thought he worked there and was like helping someone else.
Oh, no. I was in line to check out. This guy just comes up behind me, kind of like,
right.
And then he stops and he's like, and he grabs some candy, throws it on the conveyor belt, and he's like, tree up there, ugly as shit.
Right, but okay.
And then he's with another guy, and the guy he's with was just like, yeah.
What tree? What tree?
There's like some fake trees with lights on them in a display area, like up by the ceiling.
Why is there fake trees? It's not even. It's July.
Well,
We're not even at Christmas time.
Well, it's like kind of like those restaurants that have trees with lights on them. You know, at nighttime.
You know?
Yeah.
What restaurant are you going to, like Papa Bayou's Asian cuisine, where they have like motorcycles on the walls and like alligators and shades? Alligators. Like, what are you?
Yeah,
what are you
like
eating?
They got trees with lights on. They're all over.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my God. Then, all right, there's this crazy lady at American Eagle, all right? Went to American Eagle. This lady was insane. Another checkout incident. So I'm standing in the checkout. This lady's in front of me with her boyfriend, husband, I don't know, but he's just standing there looking at the floor. And she's like, "This is outrageous. I can't believe that you guys can't train your employees." And then she's like, "Ma'am, I don't train the employees. I manage everyone." And she's like, "Well, you should train them because they're bad." And then everyone's just looking at her.
What happened? Why?
I don't know. I didn't see what happened. And then there was a girl.
That's not even a story then. That's just an anecdote of someone else's story.
No, but then the girl next to her that was like actually checking things out and checking out some other guy, she turns to that girl and she had like a shorter haircut and she's like, "And your boy-looking employee over here can't do anything right." And then that girl was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, I said it. You look like a boy." And then the girl started crying and ran into the back. And then everyone was just like, "What?" And then the lady was just like, "Just give me your manager's name." And then she like wrote it down and left. And then everyone was just like, "What?" And so this crazy lady made a girl cry, made a scene, and then her boyfriend or whoever was just standing there like, It was crazy.
It just sounds like a mean person. It doesn't sound like a crazy person. It just sounds like a mean person.
Well, you gotta be crazy to be that mean in public.
I don't know that you do. I think that something clearly happened to her where she just became mean to everyone. I want to say we don't know that woman's life story.
That's true.
But I think we do. Based on that, I think we know everything we need to know.
Yeah, I think we do.
I feel like we should give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but some people, you just don't. You're just like, "Oh, no, you're bad. You're a bad person. You're a terrible, terrible person."
Yeah. And it's just is one of those things where like it could have been filmed and put on YouTube and got like 1 million views.
You should have filmed it.
I know. I thought of that afterwards. I was like, I could have been that person who filmed it and been like, "Look at this crazy lady." And everyone would be like, "Wow, she's crazy."
You should have done an opening part too, like, "Hey guys, Cren 64 here."
Cren 64 drama swag here with another fantastic drama alert update.
You guys will never believe what just happened. I was sitting here, and this woman came in, and you gotta watch the tape. You gotta watch it. I'll come back after the tape. Then you play the tape, you're like, "Can you believe that? World star.
Oh my God. I forgot all about this one. Then I was randomly walking, same day, all right, same mall trip. This random woman walking by. I was just walking, and I was hearing people's conversation. She's just like, "Booty hoe." She just yelled "booty hoe."
To who?
Her friend she was talking to. But there's no context to it. You're just walking, and you know how you walk by something and you hear some words? I just heard "booty hoe." But she said it loud enough and clear enough that you could hear.
Was it sassy booty hoe, or was it like, playful booty hoe?
No, it was sassy.
Or was she just being very factual, like, "Booty hoe"?
No, it was some sassy
like
booty
tally ho. Can we make that a thing now? Instead of tally ho, we go "booty hoe."
No, it was definitely directed at somebody she knew because she was just like, "Booty hoe."
So she was mad at this person.
Yes, definitely mad.
But like, I don't know. All right, hold on. What is a booty? Oh my God! Do not just Google "booty hoe."
I just got it.
Do not just do that. There's the big
God.
old booty.
I did it.
Someone who likes it. Oh, up the. Yep. Okay. Booty hole. Oh, wid.
Wid
equals,
booty.
Wid equals when I drink.
What?
A person doesn't smoke normally, but begins to bum smokes from others. A hoe with a booty. Yes.
I'm getting too old.
So I don't know. There are two definitions here. One is very derogatory.
Yeah.
The other is just like, she got a big butt.
Yeah.
And I can't. Your scenario is telling me I can't tell if in this story she's just sassing the other woman.
She had to have been sassing her. There's no.
Was it like sass or was it like anger? That's the question. That's going to define definition 1 or 2.
Shit. Well, I'd probably say it was more sass than anger. If I'd say like a 70-30.
Maybe they were like, like good friends can give each other a hard time. Maybe that's what it's about. She's like, "Booty hoe."
Yeah, she's just like, Tina's being a booty hoe,
I I feel like we still don't truly understand the intricacies of booty hole.
I don't at all.
Okay, let's jump into chapter cover 7 with Crendor. Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
Well, traffic's getting kind of crazy. I'm flying over Vegas right now, and cars are melting in the streets. There's actually one car. It has melted completely. A guy's just sitting in his seat, which is the only thing that hasn't melted, and he's just staring around. He's just flabbergasted that his car can melt like that, and it looks like someone else has melted with the car. That's not good. That's, oh boy. But right over there, it looks like all the animals are having fun. There are a lot of animals that just love this type of weather. Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. Now let's go over to the weather desk. Crendor, how's that weather?
Weather, all right. Whoppy, here we go. Come on. Whoppy, activate it. 9, 4, 8, 7, 5. No items to display. 6, 4, 5, 3, 2. No items to display. P-A-L. Poly, Rajasthan, India.
I swear to God we've done Poly Rajasthan before. I'm not going to lie to you, Whoppy. I feel like we've done this one before.
We have never done Poly, India. 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 91 degrees Fahrenheit. 92 degrees. High, 81. Low, UV index, 1 of 10. Today, thunderstorms, 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Rain chance, 80%. Wind, 3 miles per hour east, northeast. Humidity, 69%. Heh. All right, he's good.
Damn, robots are perfect.
I know. This is what happens when you leave them alone too long.
All right, so let's go to the sports desk. Crendor, how's sports?
Sports, how you doing? Back at the sports desk here at Sports Cren Central. We've got some crazy stuff going on in sports. So the Golden State Warriors won the NBA Finals. That was a thing that happened, and now some crazy off-season stuff's been going on. The Lakers are trying to get good again with Lonzo Ball. We got the Bulls traded away Jimmy Butler. Whole bunch of stuff getting crazy. Chris Paul to Houston. Houston trying to build a super team. Carmelo Anthony might get traded. It's getting crazy out there, folks. NFL news. NFL's starting up pretty soon. Hard Knocks comes back. Love me some Hard Knocks. It's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year.
What's the show that's coming out that's basically the ripoff of that, but it's with the Rams?
That was last year they had Hard Knocks.
Oh. Why do I see a billboard for that now? What is happening? I just saw one the other day.
What? Maybe they were like Hard Knocks Returns. They just threw some Rams on it since they knew people in LA would like it.
You know what it probably is? In LA, we have around this time is when they nominate and vote for all of the things for the Emmys.
Yeah.
And it's probably that.
That's
where
probably
they're like,
what it is.
for your. It literally just looks like a billboard promoting a show, but at the bottom in little letters it goes, for your consideration. Only in this city does that happen. There are so many billboards for TV shows and things that I've never seen before, and it's just like, for your consideration. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, it's got to be, because, I mean, they were on it last year, so it's probably some weird thing with that.
All right, I'll assume so.
Yeah, so football starting up again. Gotta love that. Hockey, the Penguins won the Stanley Cup. That was 2 years in a row now. And over in baseball, just a lot of baseball getting played, and they're halfway through. They just had the All-Star Game, Home Run Derby, and they still have like 90 games left, so it's gonna take a while still. But Aaron Judge hits home runs. He's a guy. He plays for the Yankees.
He's a guy. Plays for the Yankees.
Sports.
All right. Well, let's get to the big news story of the day. But before we do, I have a news story for you.
What is it?
I've sat in this story so long that I saved it to a text document because I was afraid one day I would forget it. And then it sat on my desktop because I forgot it. I don't know when this happened exactly. I can't really remember. It was a while ago. But we've never discussed it, and we need to.
All right.
Man killed by collection of filthy magazines.
What?
A man. This is in Japan, just for the record.
All right.
So it makes perfect sense.
A little more sense now.
Yes. A man who owned 6 tons of porn died when his collection of filthy magazines fell on top of him. The 50-year-old's body was only discovered 6 months later when the landlord entered his flat in Japan to find out why the rent had not been paid. The porn addict's lowly tragic death was revealed by a member of the cleaning team who said that his company had been hired to remove the magazines discreetly in a way that would not be noticed by neighbors and the man's family to save them from the shame. He said that the man, a former car maker, this guy made, I think this might be Mr. Toyota himself.
It's got to be him. How else could he afford all that?
A former car maker identified only by the name Joji Toyota. Makes perfect. Toyota, I don't know this from, it has to be from Japan.
It has to be.
He had died buried under 6 tons of pornographic magazines. He said it was unclear if he suffered a heart attack and had fallen into the stack of magazines, which had fallen on top of him, or whether he had been crushed by the mass of paper. Either way, if he was still conscious, the paper would have muffled his cries, according to the cleaner. That's the story. A man was killed by porn.
I want to know how it actually happened. Was he trying to get a certain one out of there?
Maybe it's been long enough this story has actually developed.
It's got to be. Maybe he is trying to pull out, porn. Big booty hoe 5, and it just toppled.
Japanese man killed by porn. What? Why? All right, I should have looked it up. It literally says it's fake.
What?
In giant bold letters says
Why
fake,
are all these stories fake?
You know what? I think we should just accept that if it's on the internet, it must be true.
I agree. It's got to be true. Even when they say it's fake, it's a cover-up.
The original story notes that many times people who live and die alone, known as kodokushi in Japan, aren't found until body fluids leak through the floor into tenants below. Ew. So what really happened? Recently, a Japanese man was found dead in his apartment. The man lived alone. The coroner ruled he had died of a heart attack. How do we know that's the real story? Here it is reported. And then everyone's saying that the thing was that he was killed by porn. Yes? Oh! Whoa! Okay.
We're following the leads.
Yes, the man did have a huge porn collection. There's a photo of his porn collection. It is next level. This is an amazing photo of porn. It's just a pile. It's hoarders for porn. But there's no evidence to say that the porn fell on him. However, he might have fell on top of the porn during his heart attack. Which to me sounds like he was doing a little hooting and tooting.
Yep.
A little slapping and yapping, and then had a heart attack and fell on the porn.
That's what it sounds like.
Which just as good of a story.
I agree. I think that makes it true.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Confirmed. This is like Mythbusters. Plausible.
Plausible.
We're gonna give it a plausible. It could happen.
We should start doing that for every news story. Is it fake? Plausible.
Plausible. It's plausible. It could happen. Yep. There you go. That's the news story I've been holding on to for way too long.
At least we got it done instead of it just lurking now. Well, I found, let's see, here's a couple news stories. One is, growing sophistication of sex robots is leading to moral and legal dilemmas. And the other is, doctors remove 27 contact lenses from woman's eye.
What?
Yeah.
I want to hear both, but that last one sounds horrifying.
Yes. So, let's see, seeing wasn't believing for an ophthalmologist.
How do you put 27? What?
I don't know. Doctors readying a 67-year-old woman for cataract surgery in November discovered that she had a bluish mass in one of her eyes, and it was actually 17 contact lenses mashed together. The woman unsurprisingly reported discomfort in her eye, but figured it was because of dry eye and old age. As bad as it sounds, to have 17 lenses stuck together in your eye, specialist trainee ophthalmologist Rupal Morjaria told the website that doctors eventually found an additional 10 contact lenses in the same eye. All of them were...
How?
They're all monthly disposable contacts that the woman had forgotten about. How do you forget about your contact lenses?
How?
I don't...
God, old age is frightening. That's terrifying to me. You can just forget that you have 20-some contact lenses in your eye?
How do you just forget? How do you have eye pain on top of it and be like, what would cause it? Could it be the contact lenses? No. It's probably just dry eyes.
I can't. That's what happens when you have contact lenses you don't have to take out every night. You know what? You made this happen, medical industry. This is your fault. Back in my day, the reason why I still wear glasses The reason why I still wear glasses is because when I first was like, oh, here's contacts. This is how I use them. You had to take them in and out every night. So you're poking yourself in the eye every day. And they just sit in that little awful liquid crap. And this, you just leave them in. You can sleep in them. That is your fault, medical industry. You're the reason why this old lady had 1,000 contact lenses in her eyes.
If you go to sleep in them, right, and you wake up and they're still in your eyes, and you gotta like swap out for new ones, like new daily ones, wouldn't you think like, oh man, I can't really see well in that eye? It must have, I don't know. If it was still in your eye, wouldn't you feel it?
I can't understand. I just don't understand.
I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Wait, a survey of contact lens wearers suggests that more than 99% of people report at least one behavior that puts them at increased risk for eye infection or inflammation. These bad habits include sleeping overnight or napping in contact lenses, reusing contact solution, wearing lenses longer than recommended, or swimming in them.
I get that you eventually in old age become forgetful.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that people can be stubborn.
Right.
And I get that some people push through pain because they're like, well, I can't afford to see a doctor, or, I don't want the knowledge of what a doctor might tell me, or whatever. I get all of that. But I still don't get this.
I just don't get, like, okay, maybe even once or twice, maybe even 3 times, but 27? How does it...
I like they even hid the twist, because didn't the initial article say it was 17 times, and then they were like, then they found an additional 10. The article had its own twist.
Yeah, even the article twisted. There's got to be, hold on, 27 contact. I want to see if there's, like, a picture of this.
I don't want to look at that. If that exists, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I can't imagine that looks good.
No, it's just some like stock photos of it. Oh, God. They don't actually have any pictures of the lady, I think. All right, let's just end with sex robots.
Go on. This is what I'm waiting for. Go on.
So, the rise of sex robots is presenting increasingly difficult...
Can I tell you how incredibly funny it is to have you... The rise of sex robots.
The rise of sex robots coming to a theater near you.
Of all of our robot overlords, those are the ones I'm looking forward to the most.
Well, they're presenting an increasingly difficult moral and legal dilemma, experts have warned.
What is that? What could that possibly be?
Well, AI is becoming increasingly sophisticated with sex dolls increasingly lifelike, but advancements in technology bring with them their own serious issues surrounding morals and legal status of sex robots. Ethics expert Professor Robin McKenzie of Kent Law School said sex law and ethics will never be the same. Sooner than we think, technologists will create sentient, self-aware sex bots capable of emotional and sexual intimacy. Under existing legal and ethical standards, sex between consenting adult humans is permissible, as is sex between humans and things. Quote,
what?
Quote, humans having sex with other humans who are unable to consent to sex, like children and adults lacking decision-making capacity, is seen as unlawful and unethical. So is humans animals. Such groups are recognized as sentient beings who cannot consent to sex with interest and need of protection. Sentient, self-aware sex bots created to engage in emotional sexual intimacy with humans disrupt this tidy model.
Isn't this just the plot of that one movie, AI?
This is like, what's it called? That HBO show.
Yeah, it's Westworld.
Yeah, Westworld. It's like Westworld. And they're going to turn on us and kill us all.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to robots and sentience, don't give them sentience.
Yeah.
That's an unnecessary thing.
Just don't do it.
But again, legally and morally, the more you make them look like humans, and the more humanity you give them, the more people are going to be upset with the way they're treated, right?
Yeah.
And the more people are going to fight. So, what I believe, and this is what I've said for years, don't make sex bots look like humans. Make them look like those all sexy metallic robots from the old movies. like heavy metal. Make them look like a sexy heavy metal robot with giant antenna boobs and sexy. they're all metal. They're like, hello, do you want to bone down? Like, yeah, robot, I do. Do that instead. Also, if anything, anime can help us figure out ways to get creative. They don't have to look like people. Come on, get out of here.
Well, apparently, a Chinese engineer married a robot he built.
God damn it. Never mind.
And
too late. It's too late. My dreams are crushed.
So, yeah, he's already passed you up. He's already built a more lifelike robot and married it.
Well, I don't... Who is this guy? What does this robot look like? I want to see this man's robot.
All right.
Who is this man?
Hold on, I'll link it here.
Chinese man marries... my God, that's the first... Chinese man marries? Immediately took me to robot.
Chinese man
marries robot he built himself. I see that robot. My favorite part is that he unveils the robot. Like, he pulls off a hood. Like, come, robot, let's go. Ta-da!
Yeah, it's just got like a handkerchief over it.
Chinese man marries robot after failing to find love. I don't think that we have to worry about robots looking like people anytime soon. Yeah, that is terrifying.
That is extremely terrifying. That
is terrifying.
It looks like a doll you'd buy at the store, but given mega steroids and like pumped up, and it's just
there's nothing about that to me that says, well, you know what, we're close.
Yeah,
that is nothing close. Nothing close. It's terrifying.
What the reaction in China to the union has been mixed, with some social media users mocking Zhang and others wondering if it's all a publicity stunt. You won't have her mother looking down on you. You won't have the pressure to buy a home, and you get to save money and energy, one user wrote. He'll slowly get old. His face will become wrinkled and his hair will grow white, but he will upgrade her to grow old or just be prettier.
What?
I don't know.
There's another article called 5 Men Who Are Already Addicted to Sex Robots.
Who are they? I gotta find out.
Leading robotic experts claims in the future we're going to become addicted to robot sex. That's fine. This one says 5 men profiled below have already found true love in robots.
The guy in the main thing. He looks like a guy that
spent $50,000. Oh, this is creepy though. This guy spent $50,000 making a Scarlett Johansson robot.
Oh my God, that is
here's
really
the thing.
creepy.
Doesn't look anything like her. Like, you wasted $50,000, dude. You could have spent that money to go on a date with a girl who just looks like Scarlett Johansson.
Oh my God. You see, is this the same thing that you're looking at? Number 5 is Doug Hines.
What? I haven't seen Doug Hines yet. I'm scrolling down.
I think the best part is it says it is the first robot equipped with AI and able to carry on a conversation. You just look at it.
It's like the only conversation it has is kill me. Oh my God, that's so funny.
But he looks so proud to have made it. That is scary.
After being married and divorced to 3 human women, Murray found love in his sex doll. He likes to come home and tell Noni about his day. He says he also enjoys buying her clothes and dressing her. Noni doesn't seem thrilled.
Even his robot doesn't like it.
They're just like roasting these dudes in this article.
I mean, at least Noni kind of looks a bit real compared to the other ones.
Nope, not even in the least.
Compared to the other ones, it does. The other ones look like weird. Listen, it doesn't. All right, it doesn't look real. It's weird. Okay, but the other,
terrifying.
I saw the other. Number 3 is Dave Cat. I saw that on TLC. And then the one David Mills with Taffy. That just looks like somebody who would go to Vegas and be sitting in the hallway with all his money gambled away, but he'd be like, I got Taffy.
Taffy's back in the room waiting for me.
I mean, really, it comes full circle because Chad Swaglord, plastic surgeon guy, he's essentially creating real life sex bots.
I mean,
with plastic surgery.
Those are still people.
Not in his mind.
You're probably right. All right. Well, God, that story blew my mind. We've come too far as a society. Really, we need the purging influence of a new comet. Just something to take us out, start us at 0.
Nature's even just like, come on, guys. This is
too
crazy.
Much. This is too much.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, boy. Down the rabbit hole we went today. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Please, please, please rate us on the iTunes and let everyone know what you think about us.
Listen to us on iTunes now, too, because other things dying.
Or SoundCloud. We'll figure out something.
Yeah.
And that's it from us. Thank you, as always. And as always, to be continued.